Welcome to another video of Sixers in 6. So straight off the bat, I need to praise Doc Rivers. I call him Doc again instead of Glenn every time he wins. So fantastic rotations this time. Niang's obviously going to be the sort of main guy that people say is the player of the game because of his important threes that he made. But for me, it was a coach's game. Rivers did really well, and you got the benefit of Paul getting injured and obviously Embiid being back. And obviously Cam Johnson being out for them anyway. So, but we're still missing Harden. You know, we still aren't 100%, and we've been a bit, down in the dumps with poor performances and not quite where we need to be. But it was really good. Niang played at times when he needed to play, kept him when he was hot. I thought Melton, Phil Thibault looked, played enough. I thought Milton got the minutes at points when he needed to. It seemed a lot better. B-Ball Paul actually probably had one of his best games and was utilised properly by Rivers rather than just throwing him out there because, I don't know, like I said, I don't know if he's got an agenda against him, and he actually praised him after the game, so that's always good to see. But yeah, I think give him his props. So first off, well done, Mr. Rivers. That was a great coaching performance in my opinion. Second thing I want to touch on, Embiid looked a lot better. I don't think he was forcing too much. He had a lot of free throws. I appreciate that, but he wins them because he gets to get fouled because he's so dominant, and he's got that same matchup again tonight with the Hawks, which I'll touch on in a bit. But MB looked great. Don't be upset by Maxi. Maxi, unfortunately, had from a shooting percentage perspective, not quite a good game, but he was there, took the shots, got in a position. He makes those. He'll make them tonight. Again, touch on that in a sec. So what I want to do is go through what I think is going to be the problem going forward, and obviously that's for probably a later discussion, but defensively is where we've looked poor, and I don't know if going to a more defensive side initially is going to benefit us, but Harden and Maxi, when they're there, we do look a bit poor defensively. Now I don't want Maxi from the bench, but then I think just give him a couple minutes less. Same with Harden. Put Thibault in a bit more. Now Thibault's more part of the rotation because he wasn't really part of that earlier on when we were getting those bad defeats. So yeah, that's the only sort of thing about it. But if Rivers can keep using those players and then realise which one's going to be reliable and what situations and these feel that he's getting from them, then hopefully when Harden returns, we'll know what we need to do, or we should know what we need to do. My Sixers hat, I just want to touch on that quickly actually before I move on to tonight's game. Got this in London, right? They had one left. They had like 4 City Edition Woody hats left, right? One of them being the Sixers. So I got it for £5 or $6 basically, because they're getting all the new City Edition stuff coming in. So I got that. Very lucky. I was up there for my main job. Just went to the NBA store because trains were delayed, and it ended up being a bargain. So yes, tonight's game. Moving on to tonight's game. So the Sixers playing the Hawks. Now I haven't seen. Obviously, for me, it's quite early in the day. This is being done about 4 o'clock, so I don't know what Trae Young's situation is. I know he's had a bit of a knock and stuff, but I'm assuming he's going to play tonight. I'm just going to go with that assumption. But even if he does, we've still got the right matchup. We're still the better team. And no one can stop Embiid on that team. They've got some very good 3-point shooters. We know that from, sadly, a couple of years ago in the playoffs. But I think Maxi, Thibault, Melton, the House and that will do a job. Paul Reed will do a job defensively to stop and slow them down. You're not going to stop Trae Young, right? He's still going to get his, but it's making him do those circus shots where he tries them because he thinks he's Steph Curry, but he's not. He's not a Curry brother. He can't make all those shots constantly, but he will try them. So you want to force him into those ones, like we did in the playoffs in Game 6 and I remember it in Game 6. Coming one of the other games. Make him take those shots. Don't let him have a open free. Don't let him take a slightly contested shot on the edge of the arc or on the corners because he's going to make those. Get him to shoot him contested 3 or 4 yards further back from the 2-point line, from the 3-point line, and he struggles to make those. But within a yard of the 3-point line, he is making those contested or not. The main focus for us now is we need to get that win. Sixers are very much, you have a win that you're buzzing about. The Suns, good win, good team, get a little bit happy about it, and then they let you down. And that's what we do as Philadelphia sports fans. That's what we've been through. I go through that all the time with my soccer team, and I have it with the Philadelphia Sports, and that's why I love Philly Sports. But it's important we win tonight. My prediction last game, I said 30 points Embiid, and we win by 7 or 8. I was slightly off with the win percentage, but I was right with Embiid. Tonight I'm going to say 25 points for Embiid, and I'm going to say Maxey gets 27 or 28. I won't do a points guess. I think it is going to be a close game, but I reckon it'll be single digits, somewhere between 6 and 9 points we'll win by. It might be a couple of foul-in sort of situations, and they haven't got the luck of us having a Ben Simmons out on Mr. Free Throws, so we'll win this game. Thanks for watching. I'll do Eagles and 8 tomorrow for the preview, or Saturday, and a bit of Sixers reaction, because obviously the Eagles game not being until later this week means that I have to stay up all late on Monday night, but it is what it is. Thanks for watching, and let's go Sixers, go Birds. And if you're a Flyers fan, they're doing great. I wanna get more into that. I do, but it's hard for me to follow all these sports. But go Flyers as well, because they're flying the flag high for us Philadelphia sports fans.